Hello everyone, how are you? All right, this I'm going to do a drawing exercise, and we're going to be doing something very simple, but I think it's kind of helpful for artists and some people. They've experienced this before or practiced this before. But here's my pencil. It's a just a regular HB pencil. Uh, Notice how I sharpen the tip of the pencil to show more of the lead, and you can use an X-Acto knife or maybe a sharp utility knife. Just be careful, just kind of whittle away at the tip to expose more of the graphite. And yeah, so this is going to give me more range of different lines that I'm going to create. The goal of this video is to draw different types of lines and go over some basics. And I think these basics will really free up some of your expressive potential with drawing in general. So I can hold the pencil like this, like you would writing your name. And let's see, start off with 100 lines. Okay, so I'm going to start off with filling up this whole page with different types of lines. So let me get started. I'll just start off with my first line like this. This is my first line. Now I'm just going to do a little bit of curvy line, a wavy line. Next one. You can create your type of line. You don't have to copy the lines that I'm making, but it can be completely your invention. Let's see, it's 3. Gosh, how about this? Let's do a little bit of pressure. I'm going to go press down and lighter, press down and lighter, press down and lighter, press down and light pressure, a little bit heavier pressure, light pressure, heavier pressure. Gosh, okay, what's another type of line that I can create here? And be creative. Just come up with your ideas of how do I create variations of these lines. If I want a little more precise lines, I can hold closer to the tip. Stippling technique. Would you consider this a line? Let's see here. Instead of holding it like this, what's another way of holding this pencil? How about lay it flat on the table? I'm just going to go in and pinch the neck. Look at that. I just pinched the pencil. Let's see if I can get a little bit fuller range. Let's do it just a flat edge here. Wow, look at that. That's pretty cool, eh? So that's catching some of the texture of the table surface. And what if I hold it at the very end? It's going to be a little bit looser. Very light line. Very loose and delicate. And all these different types of lines gives you potential to create different personality of your line. Oh gosh, this is getting harder. Okay, what are some other things that we can do here? Let's see, I'm going to press fairly hard on this one and darker. This time I'm going to take a little bit of tissue and just a regular piece of tissue, and then I can put it on the other side of the pencil here, and maybe I can soften up the line. Just hold it like this, twist it, kind of blend it down. 50 lines. So, uh, I hope this was helpful to you. I want you to try your best and get 50 interesting lines, an inventory of lines. And this is, from my experience, which is very interesting, is the more you kind of struggle with this and spend time with it, put time into it and try to be inventive. Go to Google, say, how do people create different types of lines? Get some feedback from other people, like what are some ways you can manipulate the line? I can take maybe a brush and put some water in it and just wet the paper. That might change the line quality as well. So just using pencil, graphite pencil, I want you to create these 50 different type of line. And why are we doing this? Well, you notice, look at the variety of different techniques that you come up with. Be open-minded to different possibilities. Just with the pencil, you can use a mechanical pencil. You can use, this one is a 2HB pencil, but some of you have like a 4B pencil, which is darker. Some of you have a HD pencil, which is a little bit harder lead. It's very, very thin, very light. So the purpose of this is to kind of experience different types of lines so that when we start to draw objects and things, they can be more interesting, have a little more variety, more uniqueness to your style of drawing the line. Okay, so I think if I had enough time, I could do 100. It's just for you guys, I think 50 is a good amount for this the beginning of the semester. Put on some music. Sometimes music can inspire you to create different types of lines. Yeah, putting time into it. And thinking about it. You know, put your brain to your goal. Give your brain a goal to create these different types of lines, and then you start thinking, "Wow, man, there's so many different possibilities." And if you have a 9-year-old brother or a 10-year-old brother or sister, those middle school kids are very creative, so they will be able to help you. They can give you great ideas because they're so open-minded. They just see some of the possibilities and they don't limit themselves. Sometimes you can draw with your left hand. Sometimes you can I don't know if you think differently with your left hand, but it's very awkward, and I would say embrace that awkwardness. And you know, one technique to learn drawing skills is to make mistakes. Start thinking about what is a beautiful line versus an ugly line. You know, idea of aesthetics. What is beauty and ugliness? It's not as clear cut as you think. There's imaginary lines and there's realistic lines, which is kind of strange. If you look around us in the world around us with our eyes, it's actually kind of hard to see just lines by themselves. They're out there, but a lot of times the lines are created by edges of shading, lights and darks, values of lights and darks, and it's like that's what creates the line from one point to another. Oh my gosh, I forgot about arrows. Oh, holy cow. There's a line. Okay. I'm gonna draw, let's see here. Just a finger pointing to a little star here. Okay, so this is an implied line. This finger is pointing to the star, but notice there's no physical line in between. My brain is saying, "Oh, it's going in that direction." Look at that. Okay, I'm gonna stop right there. But that'll be the assignment. 50 different lines. Try to get a variety of different techniques and try to be creative and inventive with your lines. Okay.